Today we're jumping straight into what feels, I think, like the political equivalent of a great tragedy.
Hmm.
It's the story of a powerful, seemingly unassailable leader who, after defeating every enemy you could imagine, was ultimately, well, undone by her closest colleagues. We are deep diving into the sudden, tearful, and profoundly dramatic downfall of Margaret Thatcher.
It is, without a doubt, one of the most phenomenal political exits of the 20th century. I mean, think about it. Here you have a prime minister, Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady.
The Iron Lady, exactly.
She led Britain through a war in the Falklands. She had fought and, won this huge battle against the trade unions, and she'd steered her party to 3 consecutive election victories.
3. A rare feat?
A very rare feat. And yet, on November 22nd, 1990, she was pushed out of office, not by the opposition, not by the voters, but by her own conservative party.
By her own people.
The very party she had dominated for 11 and a half years. It's just extraordinary.
And that final moment of her departure is, it's just burned into the political memory of the country, isn't it? You can picture it so clearly. The motorcade, the huge press pack, the crowds gathered outside 10 Downing Street. And then you see Thatcher, visibly close to tears, standing there with her husband, Dennis, and she's delivering a statement that was somehow both triumphant and, well, heartbreaking.
It was. She said, "We're leaving Downing Street for the last time after 11 and a half wonderful years, and we're happy to leave the UK in a very, very much better state than when we came here."
That one line, that scene, it just perfectly captures the core contradiction of her exit,
It really does, because on one hand, she departed with this absolute conviction that she had succeeded, that she had transformed the nation and left it stronger on the world stage. But on the other hand, she just looked crushed, overwhelmed, and profoundly, deeply betrayed.
Right. So the mission of this deep dive really is to answer that fundamental question. How does someone so formidable, someone who genuinely felt she was leaving the country at a better state, lose what she called the ultimate fight with her own party?
And we're going to peel back the layers on what is, at its heart, a classic political saga. It's about hubris, it's about accumulated resentment, and it's about the brutal efficiency of political maneuvering.
And for this, we're drawing on some really detailed recollections, aren't we? From the ministers who were actually in the room, the ones who advised her to quit.
Yes, and the civil servants who witnessed those final emotional moments, plus Thatcher's own analysis after the fact, which is, as you can imagine, incredibly revealing.
What the sources make clear then is that this wasn't some sudden collapse. It wasn't a single event.
No, not at all. It was a slow erosion of loyalty. It was a cumulative failure.